Come on, here we go. There we go. Hey, welcome everybody to Astronomy Daily Live. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's going on out there? Everything's good. Good here. Just clouds here. It's the monsoon, so that's pretty normal. In fact, all of the major observatories here, um, Pitt Peak, um, the telescope down on Mount Hopkins, um, all the telescopes up on Mount Lemmon, Mount Graham, all these facilities in the Southwest, Kitt Peak, they shut down in the summertime. So I think they shut down um, usually, like mid-July through mid-September, and that's where they do all the maintenance and stuff. That it's a great time. It's all closed up. It's all watertight, mostly, and you can do some major engineering work. If you have a new instrument to install, or you want to do something with the structures or anything else, that's a great time to do that. Hey there, Tom. Nice to see you in the chat. And speaking of which, Anta is back on the panel. What's going on over there?
Not a lot. I noticed your comment regarding Rutger Hauer's death.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, because he played the artificial life form in Blade Runner. Well, right. More or less artificial. Of course, I agree with you that the book's almost always better than the I mean, but you can do more character development, more story development in a book than you can ever do in a 2-hour film. And I credit the screenwriters for doing it. Hey, Carolina Sky, all right.
Yeah, Sky Astronomy is there. Cool. Yeah, I've
Go ahead.
I've the few times that I've tried to watch that movie, I think pretty much every single time I've fallen asleep. So
yeah.
sorry.
That's the way it is. But
that's the way it is, I guess.
That scene he played at his death because he had a, limited life was extremely moving.
It was great.
I thought it was a moving scene. I can imagine a sentient being, with such a tiny lifespan. Oh my God. Dead. Oh, I was going to say to Carolina, I actually do. I don't always comment, but I follow your site. And I can certainly see why you're getting so many subscribers. I honestly can. It's great work. It's really good quality astrophotography of the planets. And it's put together in a very artistic way, as well as an informative way. I mean, you find out what kind of equipment he's using, how he's going about this. It's really great, I think it's, one of the really good astrophotography sites.
Yeah,
well, that's my plug for Carolina here.
I would agree.
I'm not saying that, Carolina, just because, you're great looking. That's not why I'm saying it. Not it. My motive is pure.
Yeah. I would completely agree with that. So definitely check out Carolina Sky Astronomy's photos over there. It's what he's doing in terms of stacking is a kind of an art form. It sort of looks easy. But when you get into it a little bit more, just scratch the surface, it's like, oh wow, this is getting really, really hard, really, really fast. And so to be able to produce that kind of stuff is really, really great. Yeah, really, really great. So for sure, you're definitely on the right path
You got to get
to.
one of these, Carolina. Here you go. That's my last name, the Stouffer Observatory. I wear this when I go out to do viewing. I like hobbies with uniforms, and astronomy didn't have a uniform. That's why I liked horseback riding for all the cowgirl outfits and that stuff. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I like the, I did show horses, so I got to wear the really hot stuff.
Oh,
But
wow.
I really missed the uniform in astronomy, so I decided that I would get my own.
Just that.
Stouffer Observatory.
I think the only requirement, I don't think I've ever seen this, at least in public, but I think the only requirement when it comes to an outfit for astronomy is that there must be an outfit. And I think that's it. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen or participated in anything other than that. So so yeah, there really isn't a uniform. There's now there's etiquette,
Yeah.
right? There's etiquette, and
Don't have to know about that.
that is very, it sort of depends on who you're with and what they're doing. If they're doing photographic work, they don't want no lights around, right? It doesn't matter if they're red or white or blue. It doesn't matter. They don't want any lights around. So and there are those who will judge how bright a red light is, and not like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it goes on and on and on. But yeah, just definitely no car lights. No.
Oh no,
Ever.
car lights, but
Ever. I mean,
I have to have some light to work with my scope. Of course, I've got so much crap on my scope. I need to, I'm fiddling with all this technology. I need some kind of light to do that. I can't do it by feel.
What I've seen people do in those kinds of situations is they have these lights. They're sort of like beam lights, and you put them on the ground around your scope, to kind of shine light around, so you can see from lots of angles, and your hands free. And when you're set up and done, you turn them off and you go. So yeah, one definitely needs light in order to set up. So get there early if you can.
That's what I usually do. But
yeah,
right now I need. I'm working with this Revolution Imager where I'm dinking around with all the different settings and exposures and how many stacks am I going to do?
These recommendations are more for like a star party or some kind of a gathering, to do some observing. When you're fiddling around, what's
I'm definitely going to Carolina. There's no question I am.
Okay. Oh, all right. Hey, I suggested that sort of, off the cuff a little bit.
So bad. You are so bad.
So
give the old lady a break here.
It doesn't it doesn't affect the photons in any way, as far as I can tell. So
no, it certainly affect mine.
Hey, there's Andy Cowley.
Andy, hello.
Hey there, Andy. Nice to have you here. Hey, so I was trying to think, for the live stream, I try to at least think about a couple of things that might, be interesting to talk about or show or anything. With the science of astronomy, there is so much. There is so much. There's from the smallest thing that you can possibly imagine to the largest thing. All of that is part of astronomy, and that's why I absolutely love it. So there was absolutely no way that anybody, that a million of us, um, could possibly try to cover every subject, every topic, every nuance, everything. There's just too much of it. So coming up with ideas, no problem at all. But today I was sort of drawing a blank. I was like, I don't know. There's so much. It's hard to pick out, right? But that's happened before, and what happened this time is exactly what has also happened before. Is that I sit down here, and I just sort of let go a little bit, and things just start to pop into my head, and like all of a sudden I've got like 3 or 4 or 5 really really cool ideas. It's like I want to look at them all now, but I think so. So having said that, I think what I want to look at first, the Lightsail 2 satellite. This is this solar sail concept that has been developed by the Planetary Society. They, I think, on one of the last Falcon 9 launches, or maybe it was the Falcon Heavy. I don't remember. They were part of the payload, right? They were sort of a ride share thing, and so the satellite was deployed, and they've been going through some tests to make sure everything is working right and everything. And the other day they deployed the solar sail. I'm not quite sure if they deployed it the whole way or not. It's something like 20 meters on a side. It's actually pretty darn big. Um, uh, so, but yeah, so somebody posted a link to a collection of images that this satellite has been taking. So I sort of thought, let's start over there, because I was seeing some really, really, really great images of the of of um, of the Earth in really, really nice detail, that you don't get with regular satellite images and stuff. There's a niceness about this. Anyway, so while I can, I'm gonna share my screen. I don't know, things look like they're gonna change a little bit come August 1st. So that's only in a few days. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen there. Hang with me. I don't have any reason to go anywhere. So it's just an obstacle that is going to be overcome. That's all it is. It's not a showstopper, but it might pause this. It might not. I really haven't decided what I want to do, because the most important thing to me here is doing what I'm about to do, and that is share my screen, because then you can sort of take the ride with me, right? With this new format, that functionality is gone. It's just not there at all. Nor is there a way to do panelists. So the two things that really make this live stream unique in a certain way, I'm not going to have access to anymore. So, you know, that's an obstacle.
We can still go to the page you go to if you put the link in the chat and at least look at that page on another
Yeah.
tab.
Yeah, but oh man, you
It's
know,
not the same, I know, but
no, it's terrible.
it's
Yeah.
terrible, but it's something.
Yeah, 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 or you know, like over on the Discord server, right? I mean, you know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
could do that too. So yeah, you know, there are possibilities, but you know, one of my favorite words, um, my favorite word, by the way, it's my favorite word of all time, high above everything else, is no. That is my
You and
absolute
2-year-old kids. I mean,
absolute favorite word in the world. But somewhere in the top 10 is the word easy. I really 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 like easy, um, and you know I will almost avoid things that are you know too complicated because I know better. See, that's one of the great things about these hangouts is that I know how great it could be, and if I had the bandwidth here, um, things would be even a little bit more clearer and sharp. Right, the audio is okay. Um, so anyway, just a warning. Don't know what's going to happen on August 1st. I'm going to just proceed as normal and see what happens. Sometimes you know they threaten these kinds of things, and then it doesn't really happen. So Yahoo, when they switched to their new email um, format, they they persisted for about 3 or 4 years asking me if I want to change, you know, from the old to the new. Well, my favorite word is no, so I have to hit no. Um, and you know, the reasoning there is that I'm using their email program. If they want to change it, just change it. You don't have to ask me, right? You know, when you ask me, I'm probably going to say no. All right. Well, I'm going to share my screen, um, and we will take a look at the Lightsail images. Here we go. Whammo! and there goes Atta. All right, there she goes. All right, she's gone. She's in the black hole now. All right, so here it is. I'm going to grab this link and post it over in the chat. So you can take a look at it also if you want. Um, don't know how long this is going to be up, so you know, take your chances. These are the latest images. So let's go all the way to the bottom, and you know, don't look too hard at anything. Let's start at the beginning and sort of see what's going on here. So this was mission day 2, the 3rd of July. And oh, why aren't I thought I was getting links to these thumbnails, but I'm. Oh, okay. So only the full resolution um, pictures here have links. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bummer. So yeah, this is all we get here in the early time. But here, mission day 6, we get our first views of the Earth. So I don't know what this. I don't know if that's an antenna. That might be an antenna, maybe. But this looks like some kind of out of focus something or other. So yeah, not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, nice view. Oh, let me zoom in a little bit. sort of latish in the day. You can see the shadows are way, way, way over here. So the solar angle is relatively steep over on the right, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. So nice view.
Oh,
Here's a couple other ones, just same kind of thing. But wow, look at those shadows. Isn't that great?
oh God.
Makes me dizzy just just looking at this. I'm getting a little bit of vertigo. It's like, wow, that's way down there. Look at the optical flare here. Isn't that cool? Nice color. That's just some kind of a glint or something. Well, it looks like the sun is right over there. So yeah, if that's the sun, then yeah, you're gonna have all kinds of internal reflections on. I assume that they're probably lenses of some sort. It's a small little thing. There's the sun just completely blasting everything. So you can see, the solar angle here is really, really shallow. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's keep moving up. These are all thumbnails, so that's all we get. Here's more thumbnails. Here's a full resolution image on the 12th of July. 12th of July. Wow. It looks like some kind of a fisheye lens or something. It's not. It's not. I don't think this. No, this satellite isn't high enough to see the entire globe of the Earth. So this is some kind of a distorted fisheye lens thing, just showing everything it can see. I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but we're definitely not seeing the entire half globe here. There's just no way. This looks like Madagascar or something here. So this is the Horn of Africa, right? Isn't that? I'm not sure. There are clouds there, so I can't be sure. I don't know. I guess it's hard to tell. I don't know what that is. It might be something even smaller than that. But anyway, very cool. Keep moving here. Here's a couple more. Okay, yeah. So here's Baja California. So okay, so now we have a sense of scale there. So yeah, I don't think that's the entire globe. I don't know. No, I don't think it is. That's kind of an odd looking thing right there. Do you see that? Huh. I don't know what that is.
No.
That might be associated with it in some way. It might be a lid, to something that had to pop off, or I don't know. Just that looks out of place.
As
That
many
little...
times as I've seen views of the Earth from space, I never cease to be awestruck by it.
Oh yeah,
Man, that's where I live.
Yep.
Little tiny us is on this great blue marble.
Little tiny us. Yep. For sure. For sure. A little bit of distortion down here. It looks like they lost a little bit of the signal there. That's all right. There, they got it all back. Look at these cool looking things in the clouds and whatnot. Isn't that cool? So let's see. I'm actually right next to that white spot right there. I'm sure if we zoom in, you'll see me waving. Oh yeah, yeah. There, I can see myself really easily. Anyway, yeah, I'm right about there. I think that's right. Yeah. But yeah, I totally agree. It's um, I sort of say that well, I probably wouldn't like to just go around the Earth, but I've I've got a hunch that um, if I were up there, I would probably think that this is the most amazing thing I'd ever seen.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
Absolutely.
because yeah, and I mean, if the pictures are this good, what can it possibly be like to really have your eyes on it? Because the pictures are incredible. All right. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Here's a little bit more of the Earth there. Yeah. Pretty cool. More clouds, more water, more land. I don't know what that one is. Kind of weird looking. Let's see some sail here. Do we got any sail? Here's some sail. See if we got any. Here we go. So this is the first image of the sail deploying, at least. Obviously not all the way out. And look at that shot of Baja. Wow, what a great shot. It's covering me up though. That's
Yes.
not nice. I
Page
was trying.
Master's posting some stuff on Discord.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, they are transmitting a beacon, which you can hear on. Is it a ham radio band, or is it a? It might be a shortwave band. I don't remember. Somebody will know that. I posted about that anyway in the Discord as well. So anyway, well there it is, getting deploying at least right over Baja. Wow, what a shot! What an incredible shot! That's amazing. You can see the sunlight here reflecting off the water too, way down here. You see that? So very cool. The sun is right behind them. It looks like cool shot. Here's a bunch of thumbnails, which we can't blow up because that's all there is. They're I guess it's hard to know, but they're probably conserving data rates and all that. So okay, yeah. So these are just the ones that we just looked at. So all right. Well, cool. It's a pretty exciting mission for sure. Pretty interesting. Use the solar wind as a wind, and see how much oomph you get if you put your sail out and let the light of the sun push you. So yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes, and it's absolutely fabulous, of course, that they're taking some pictures too. I think that's great. That is the right thing to do for sure. I don't know what that little thing is. That's kind of funky looking. Not quite sure what that is. Might just be antennas though. I'm not sure. This has a thing on the end of it, so I don't know what that is. There's at least a part of the Earth behind. Do we? What's the? Let's try to find out what its orbit is. I don't know. We can probably get to it by going to the Planetary Society website. I'd like to know if, of course, they've got that shot already. I'd like to know if we're seeing the whole globe here or if we're just seeing a part of it. I'm pretty sure we're just seeing a part of it, but what do I know? Not much. Lightsail projects. I guess it'd be this. See, so here's the little. Oh, holy moly! Yeah, here's the little satellite here with its solar panels, and here, of course, is the sail. Read mission updates. Deploy solar sails.
Fascinating.
Absolutely fascinating. But what I really want to find out is its orbit. Have you checked the orbit? We can go over to Heavens Above. I think they've got Lightsail up on their thing. I thought they did. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
We can look for Lightsail too. Lightsail 2. Nope. It'll be stubborn. Yeah, it's going to be stubborn. Yeah, I'm not quite sure then. Exactly
I'm going
what that
to
is.
serious reading to do on light sails after this is over.
Yeah, it's a great project. It really, really is. It's really, really exciting, and yeah,
Wow.
I don't know, how viable it really is as a like really, really far away propulsion system, but
No.
definitely, solar system area. Oh yeah, I think, definitely,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Close to home would be fine.
You just have to be patient. That's it. 437.025 megahertz. Okay, so pretty short wavelength there. So cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, that's the I think that's the K band. Is that right? Is it K or X? I forget exactly, but yeah. Very cool. So anyway, so that's a pretty exciting little project there, and it seems to be going really, really well. I would think that if they're deployed, I'm sure they are getting some kind of readings back already. Because even if this thing isn't, um, you know, um, sort of pointing the right way, it's still going to feel something. So yeah, I'm sure they're getting some interesting data back already on that. So yeah, very cool. Okay, well, the other thing is, of course, I'm going to take a big gulp of this hydrogen hydroxide here. Cheers. All right. Oh, and there is a T-screen code. It's ADL 725. Right. It's 25th. Yeah. It's 2:35 UTC on the 25th. So yeah, there's a little discount there. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is a prime number. It's a prime number. So that's how we roll here. So okay. Well, the other thing that I was looking at a little bit earlier, I've been working on my research project, which involves photometric measurements of Jupiter's four moons, and it's sort of a long-term project. I've got some data back from 2014, and I've got some recent data, and I'm getting sort of into the nitty gritty when it comes to making sure that you know, the measurements I'm making are what I think they should be. So that is taking me into some interesting places that never really been. So it's kind of neat. But you know, it's one of those learning curves. So you know, you jump onto the learning curve, and it's steep, and you know, progress is slow. But anyway, one of the tools that I was using was this Jupiter moon viewer, which I've used for years and years and years. And I just recently, I don't know, in the past year or so, I think, discovered that this site is actually part of a larger site that is part of the Planetary Data System, PDS. And it's a particular part of the PDS. It's called a node. And in this case, it's the Ring Moon Systems node. So this is sort of a portal into um, uh, planetary data system data that is specifically just about rings and moons, and that's it. So you know, they're not going to have anything here necessarily about the planets. Now, we're going to have, you know, lots of information about the moons of planets, but they're not going to have any information about planets themselves. This is just rings and moons. And well, let's go to the tool that I always use, and I think you've seen it here, used here a couple of times. But it's part of the Ephemeris tools package. So there's all these online tools here: planet viewers, moon trackers, and ephemeris generators. And this is the one that I've used a lot, is this Jupiter planet viewer here. So, but like you can see, you can do exactly the same for the moons of Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, or Mars. So I've used the Jupiter one for a long time. So this is what the interface is. It's kind of a old school interface, you know, just a regular form. And so you can type in an observation time. So let's just do today at 2 hours UTC, like that. And what this is going to do, this is going to make a little chart showing Jupiter, and in this case, I'm going to select its 4 Galileo moons: Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. So I already know that that's going to be a field of view of about 1,500 arc seconds or so. So I'll leave that alone. Yeah, let's include Jupiter here in the rendered image. Io through Callisto. Yeah. Let's not worry about the ring. And let's make the moons a little larger than what they are by default. Now you can add in background stars and, you know, all kinds of things if you want. I just like to look at the planet and the 4 moons to see where they are. It's sort of a way to pre-plan observations. It's like, okay, you know, this is when I'm going to observe it. What's the situation, you know, with the moons? So when you render this diagram, it comes back with a little bit of information in terms of your positions of each of the 5 bodies you're interested in. This is really neat. It kind calculates the offset from the center of Jupiter in arcseconds. So a negative number is a negative RA, right ascension, which means that it's on the west side. And a positive dec means it's slightly to the north. So it looks like all 4 moons are to the west right now, with Ganymede really coming in really close. In fact, Ganymede at that distance from Jupiter's center is either in front of or behind Jupiter. It's transiting or being transited. And then you have a few options in terms of formats. We can look at it because it's a JPEG image here. And so, yeah. Lo and behold, there is Ganymede right going, it looks like it's going right behind Jupiter. Kind of hard to tell, but that's probably what it is. So that's what it looked like 42 minutes ago. We can look at it, what it looks like right now, if we want.
Or you can see what it would look like a week from now.
Or any date you want. Yes.
Cool.
24200, like that. So this is what it looks like right now, this very minute. So Ganymede is actually coming out, which means it's on our side of Jupiter.
Okay.
So that was actually a transit of Jupiter that happened in the past few hours or so. But yeah, everybody's to the west. You can see the right ascension here. That's hours, minutes, and seconds of right ascension. And then declination is in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So yeah, right there. Now, I've enlarged the size of the moons. But this is the approximate size of Jupiter. But these moons, as shown here, aren't shown to scale.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know.
So yeah, and you can do this for any date you want. How about 2099, 80 years from now, down to the minute. 80 years from now, it's going to look like that. So make your plans. You know, it's good to start early on these kinds of observations. So you know, if you want to observe this 80 years from right now, you know, you got to make your preparations. So that's Jupiter. Same thing for Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and Mars. So, you know, if you're so inclined and want to see where Triton is around Neptune, because that is a moon that you can sort of see. Let's see where it is right now. 07, 25, 02, 44. Let's go. It doesn't have to be that large of a field of view, I don't think. Let's just do, I don't know, 150. Doesn't matter. Whoop. Let's see, we want, should we do all of them or just Triton and Nereid? Let's just do those two. I guess we don't have any choice about rings. That's okay. And we'll enlarge the moons again just a little bit. So I don't think I've ever done this for Neptune. So let's see where Triton is right now. And yeah, you know, you can change your viewpoint to your actual location. When you're trying to get very, very, very accurate measurements, these kinds of things actually do matter, even at the distances of Neptune. Yep. But for these purposes, we're just doing Earth's center. That's good enough for Astronomy Daily Live. So there we go. It looks like Triton is just barely west of Neptune right now, and Nereid, which I don't think you can really see with any kind of even a sizable scope. It's pretty darn faint. I think it's really small. Yeah, so Triton is right next door to Neptune. We can look anyway. Yeah, so, well, you'd definitely be able to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now at Neptune. Let's just for fun, let's show them all here and just see how much fun we can have. Warp factor 1. Okay, so they're all really close in. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to make a smaller field of view here, and we can definitely do that. So 120 or 150 arc seconds is way too big. Let's go half of that. How about like 1 arc minute? That's 60 arc seconds. Oh, there we go. And you can still see where Triton is. You can see where
Yeah.
they aren't labeling all the moons because there's just too many of them. But yeah, there we are. You see the rings there. I don't Neptune's rings. I don't think that we can see those from here. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Don't remember exactly. So yeah, these are really, really great tools, and you can spend hours and hours of fun dialing in your favorite date. You can go back to your birth date, right? and see what the moons of Jupiter look like there. That's incredibly nerdy. I'm going to have to admit that I have done that on several occasions. So yeah,
get a much more interesting result since more time has passed. What I like about this site, I didn't know about this. If you're planning to do viewing outdoors at some given time,
yeah,
and you're going to look specifically at, say, the moons of Jupiter or whatever, you can go here and get a picture of what you might expect to see.
Yeah, you'll see exactly that. Yeah,
that's nice. That's a nice guide.
Yeah, and these moon trackers are sort of a similar kind of thing. You've probably seen these. They're sort of the same thing. They provide sort of a different kind of picture. Let's go over the course of a single day. So 7:25. You can see I've done this already. So 26, giving away all my preparatory work here. And let's just go every 1 minute. It doesn't really matter. I found that 30 Jupiter radii works about right. And let's just do the 4 Galilean moons and not worry about the ring. So that produces this kind of a thing.
Huh.
So what you've got is, here's Jupiter, this gray bar. Here's time. It starts at the top and goes up and goes down to the bottom. And then here's your Jupiter radii in this case. And these are the paths of the 4 moons over the course of the next day. So you can see that Ganymede is actually moving west, right? It's moving to the right. And so, yeah, all 4 moons are going to be to the west of Jupiter. at which point Io, right, here's Eo's line, is going to pass. This is my only gripe about these plots. This should really vanish because Eo's going behind Jupiter at this point.
Of course.
So that's sort of my only gripe. It's a minor gripe, you know. When you understand that you know, the moons are moving in a certain way, it's not a huge deal. So that's over the course of a day. You can, of course, you know, go like over the course of a month, say. Probably don't have to go every minute. That'll probably be nice enough. So over the course of a month, you get something like that. So Io, of course, goes around fastest, and then Europa, and then Ganymede, and then Callisto's this big one out here. So
that's very cool.
Yeah. So, you know, this provides you with a different kind of a picture. It's the same picture. It's just a different kind of one. So, you know, looking on a particular date, you can see that, okay, Ganymede and Callisto are actually going to be really close to one another. And Io and Europa are going to be on the other side. So it doesn't provide you the same kind of picture, but it's almost exactly the same. So yeah, that's a different way of looking at that. And again, they have this for Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, or Mars. You can do the same thing with Neptune here.
I like it.
Yeah, it's really fun, and like I said, you know, I had, you know, discovered the let's go a whole month, the Jupiter one years ago, years and years ago. So really great, yeah. 30 Neptune radii. Oh, I don't know. Let's go. Well, yeah, let's try that, and we'll just do them all here. Make it extremely confusing.
Ooh.
To do that for a while. Yeah, we can look at it with just a couple of you too. So, because this is going to be really messy. Oh yeah.
Awfully busy. Oh god.
Yeah, busy. This one's Triton. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah.
So okay, well,
That's too busy.
we can rescale it. Let's go like 5. Ooh, okay. Too long of a time period there. Yeah, so let's go like instead of a month, let's go a day. We'll go every minute. What's that? I don't know. Oh, okay. There we go. I don't know if we're going to get all of them in here. No, it's too narrow, right? This is Neptune, and I guess this is probably Neptune's rings out here. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't realize that there were moons in the rings. Huh. But, you know, get the idea. It's the same thing here. You'd oh, you know, we should really look at Uranus because, of course, that orbit is tilted. So it makes for kind of an interesting diagram here. 725, we'll go there. And oh, let's try a month, and then if it's too crowded, we can one hour, 1 hour, yeah. We'll go 30 again. That's probably way too much. And we'll just get them all. They should have a thing to select them all, but maybe most people don't do this. So,
Yeah, I think you're going to see why when you generate the drawing.
yeah. I'm expecting busy. Let's not do the ring though. Yeah, it's pretty messy. That's a month's worth. So there's a lot of them packed in there too.
Ay.
So let's try 10. Oh, 10. And we'll go let's see. Let's go to the end of the month. 30, 31. Are there 31 days in July? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There you go. That's busy, but you get the idea. It's this is a nice way to plan as well.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Let's look at the let's see, let's look right now. 25. Well, bad typing day. 25. Oh wow, it's 2:58. Well, that's probably too much. Let's do 2 arc minutes. It's 120 arc seconds. Rendered Oberon. Don't have much choice there. Let's do that. So there we go. There's the Uranian satellites. And the rings, which, again, I don't think you can see that from the ground. So yeah, that's what they look like right now. And you can see, Uranus is tilted by, I want to say like 97 degrees, something like that. So yeah, it rotates this way, sort of counterclockwise here. And I think all the moons are going around counterclockwise in that plane. So they go all the way around. They don't line up like Jupiter's moons do. Saturn's moons are the same way. It just so happens that Jupiter and us just line up really well. So yeah, cool. Yeah, I like this site. This is a great site. I don't know I don't know how much it's used. I guess I've never investigated it, but I've never seen it used anywhere. But I like it. So can do the ephemeris too. Positions as well. So yeah, great site. And that's just this link right here. So this is a really interesting place. I'd sort of like to poke around a little bit. Maybe I'm looking at the time and we're just coming up on the hour. So yeah, maybe we'll look at this more in live streams to come. And yeah, see, it says right here, now work for any year between 1601 and 2599. So we're good. We're good for the next, 470 years, 480 years. So we are good to go. All right. Well, I think that's it for now, for today. Good. Everything is good there. I think it is time to exit these waters. Atta's probably getting the signal. I'm starting to hear it a little bit. So yeah, it's time to amscray. All right. Cheers. There she goes. There she goes. She's currently turning back into the pumpkin. It's just, I'm really, really glad that she sort of exits and sort of does that privately, because I don't think anybody wants to see that. I just don't. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to get out of here too, because the mothership is calling, and I've got to get back up to the kinds of things that I would do on a mothership. So, okay, everybody. I will be back here again tomorrow. 2 hours UTC. Let's take a little bit longer look at that website. That looks like a pretty cool site. We can do some searching and look at some stuff. So yeah, and that's what this live stream was all about, is just having a little bit of fun, just relaxing, following my nose, and yeah, just having fun. So all right, everybody. I'll be back in one Earth spin. Don't get dizzy. Hold on to your hats. It's a smooth ride, so I think we're good. So, all right. Live long and prosper, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.